One more video today. Hello. This is a video on music, the technical parts of music creation. I mentioned a lot of the ideological parts. How do you choose music in another video, which I suppose I should link in this or something. It'll just be in the same playlist. But it's a totally different process for for getting a solo actually done. So I wanted to go through, basically, there's four different processes, four different paths I choose to go through for music, and why I choose them and when. This could be really long, but I'm hoping I can keep it under 5 minutes. The part I hate the most is choosing the music. I absolutely detest listening to music. I don't like music. I don't never listen to music at home or in the car or anywhere else. Um, um, and because of the previous video I said where I'm trying to keep like 20 different things measured while I'm listening to music, it's really complicated. I'm really picky, and it's really annoying for me to do music. So I actually kind of prefer when I get some input or some idea from my skaters. Now, at the moment, my skaters are all low level. They're all in the bottom half of the competitive spectrum. So I don't care as much. I mean, preliminary programs, you're supposed to try to, I don't know, it really doesn't matter that much. There's no money on the line, there's no positions on the line, there's no national and international competitions on the line. The higher you go, the more I care and the more I will become involved, and the more I will want to steer the whole process myself to make sure that it's an ideally developmental situation. But at lower levels, just don't care. I'd rather see basic skating and skate to whatever you want. Now, that being said, my preferred method of doing, I have a new preferred method. It costs a little more, and I had some parents refuse to do it because of that, but there's a company called Studio Unisons in Quebec, which does skating programs for like thousands of people, and they will custom do skating programs. They'll even look for music for you, but that again adds up. You're talking a $2, $3, $4, $500 solo if you just for the music, not for the choreography, just for the music. If you do the whole process. But they do have 2-minute ready-made solos of all the people that have done solos before. They just put them online. You can buy them for, I believe, $50. And you can usually get them shipped to you or downloadable within 24 hours, even earlier sometimes, I think. So that's the only problem with this process is if you have to run through the list of programs they have, the sample programs, and they don't even show the whole program. They just give you like a 5-second sample. And you see if it suits that kid or not. So it's still a somewhat of a time grabber. It can take 2 to 3 hours to cycle through enough solos to find just for one kid, or you might get lucky and hit it within 5 minutes. After that, everything is super easy. I download it to my computer, I put it on a CD. The whole thing might take a half hour to do. I would much rather kids give me some idea, especially older kids, give me some idea of what they want to skate to, what kind of music they want to skate to. Not specifically, although it can be specific. And if they give me an idea and I listen to and agree, then that's the hardest part for me. And then if they let me do it, I'll get a copy. If they give me a copy of the music, I can edit it. Editing to me is no problem whatsoever. A lot of coaches find that the hardest problem, the most annoying problem. I find it the easiest. I really enjoy editing the music and getting a 5-minute piece down to 2 minutes. And that way I get to custom select how you start, how you end in the middle of the solo. And I find it challenging and interesting, and I can usually get a solo completely done within 30, 45 minutes. No problem. And then it's on my computer edited, and I can download it, and the whole rest of the process is fairly easy. The only part that's hard is choosing the music. The third method I do for music is I hate when coaches do this. I complain about it all the time, but I think all coaches recycle music occasionally. So we have a solo we really, really like, and we give it to a kid, and they use it for a year, and either they don't do everything we want with it, or they do everything we want, looks great, and then 2, 3 years later we have another kid that skates similarly, where we want to use the same music again. I really discourage this, but it's so easy to take a solo I've already choreographed that's already on my computer, take it, and then custom choreograph it for a new kid, keeping the old ideas in mind. Super easy, so I do like doing that. That's the easiest method. And then the last method I do, which I quite often do, is I ask another coach to find music for someone, and I often will do it with no parameters. No search engine or anything. I'll just say, hey, I need a 2-minute solo for so-and-so, and hopefully the coach will know that kid and have some concept in their mind. And I often there's one particular coach I often go to, Katie, and the reason I go to her is because she often picks music that I haven't heard before, or I haven't heard in solo form before. stuff from TV shows and movies and stuff that I haven't, is not constantly out there in rinks. I can't stand hearing the same old recycled music all the time. So I like hearing something new and fresh, even if it's not ideal for that kid. I'd rather have something new and fresh that I can at least experiment with and get expand my choreographical skills on, than something that's really, really obvious, superficial, repetitive. Hack's the best word. There's a better word for it. I can't remember it though. So I do. Those are kind of the methods I do for doing music. But that's it. I should also say, I think I said this before. The whole process does take about 2 months. So if somebody, I had a mother once freak out because she asked me for music, and I said, yeah, I'll start working on it. And 2 weeks later, she was like, okay, where's the music? No, 2 months, not 2 weeks, not 2 days, 2 months. And I have no problem. I've registered a couple people for competitions that they didn't have music for yet. I try not to do that too often. I like to have it done early in the season. And if skaters skate summer, I'll get their solos ready during summer. But often I don't have people skate summer, so I have to basically try to throw something together in September. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I think only once, actually, I've had a kid had to register for an event that they didn't have a solo for yet, but I was well into the process and was almost finished, so I wasn't too worried about it. And it turned out we got the music done, we got the solo done, and she did really well in the competition. So it's not, it's possible to train the mentality and the psychology without having the actual solo. Certainly much better with the solo. And I would never do that with an international national skater, but they would skate summer school, so I wouldn't have the same problem. Anyway, that's it. Bye.